On this episode of Street Rat Garage, we are back at the Indianapolis police impound lot to see what kind of cars can we buy. Probably $5,000 and below. That seems to be the market today. Let's see what we can find. So I'm pretty much just going to start at the beginning, and we're going to walk down here to see what can we find under $5,000. Hopefully something good, but this is the first one that I see. It's like the second car in line. I mean, this is definitely under $5,000, but I'm just looking at it because I like it. I want a van. Some of my friends have a van. You know who you are, and you have nice vans, but this one's way newer than what I want. Oh, and it smells. And somebody has been living in this apparently. So. And not clean living either. So this was parked somewhere. That's what this little tag means. It was parked somewhere that it shouldn't have been. It's an abandoned vehicle. Toss that inside there. Left it on the street, damaged. So apparently it had a broken tie rod in, but there's a good chance that this still runs, but it's a bit on the rusty side. So it's too new and it's too rusty, but I'm interested to see what it goes for. People like vans nowadays. I'm gonna say this goes for about $650 on the abandoned van that may or may not run and has a broken tie rod apparently. So yeah, I need like a 70s van. That's what I want. Now with the price of trucks being what they are nowadays, people are going to smaller trucks like this Nissan Titan. So I think I called it a Toyota before on my live stream, but it's a Nissan Titan, and it has 206,000 miles on it, 2007, and it says it goes in a gear, even though it's marked on the tires as being abandoned. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I would bet this goes for a pretty good price. A lot of elbow driving, so somebody did a lot of leaning on that one. No fun things in the center console. Seat flips up, got a decent stereo. Everything looks good on the inside. It's not bad. And a little damage on the seat. It wasn't a big person because it's now all worn out on the side, just right there. So yeah, it's got some rust on it though. Look at the rust. That's Indiana for you. So rusty. Look, oh my gosh, look at the bumper. That's messed up. So you buy this, you're gonna have to do some rust repair unless you're just get a good deal and you flip it real quick. No, it's the Toyotas that have the bad frames sometimes, but this is a pretty good looking truck, but it's as abandoned vehicle. So what will this bring? I don't know. I'm thinking $2,500. That's going to be my best guess. Better than paying $100,000 for a new, Silverado. Well, always a good seller is the Impalas and Malibus. This one is a 2010 with 172,000 miles. Says it has keys and went into gear. So this one's not bad. It has some rust on the corner panels, but you got a lake here. I have to step in. It rained last night. Not a bad car. It was abandoned though. Wonder why it was abandoned. I really hate buying abandoned vehicles because people park them alongside the street for some reason. You never know what that reason is. It may run, it may go into gear, but does it shift? So I'd rather buy one that's been like somebody got arrested in, a good drug deal or something like that. But this may be perfectly fine as well. They may have just had a bad license plate on it or something like that. Here comes a jump crew. Maybe they're going to start up a few cars for us. They do that sometimes. Makes it a lot easier, but it's still solid, and I don't know. I say less than $1,000 on this one. Now here's a little bit newer one. We're getting a little bit better stuff. This is a 14 and it has 119,000 miles. This is a Jeep Patriot. I'm not a fan of a Jeep Patriot. It looks too much like a Liberty to me, and Liberties were not great. But I mean, if you're looking for something just to tootle around in, this can't go for a whole bunch of money, I wouldn't imagine, but it may. I mean, Jeep prices have been coming down on the new stuff, that is, or the unsold stuff, I should say. So Jeep is okay. I mean, this is a 14, so shouldn't be that much wrong with it. It doesn't look like it's been taken care of. They didn't even they put a spare tire on, and it's worn almost to the cords, so they didn't care to fix it. And then they even put the spare, or the one they took off, in here, which I don't see. It also smells, and it's filthy and has had something crawling in and out of it from the feet prints. There's a cat, yeah, those are cat prints, or maybe small raccoon prints. Something has been crawling in and out of that one. So you can see the window was left down, so that's a little concerning. But it says it starts and it goes into gear, so bid with caution on that one, I guess. Now, if we want good stuff, I would recommend the Honda van. Is this an Odyssey? Yeah, it's an Odyssey. 2006, 213,000 miles. That's nothing. It starts, it runs, it has keys, goes into gear. It's just fine. Make sure it's not wrecked though. Let's double check before we get too far into it. This is actually nice, and you can tell that the paint will shine up. It's a nice metallic blue color. This will shine. The tires are a bit worn on the sides though. Let's see the inside. Yeah, the interior is a bit worn, but that's no big deal. The third row is missing, so add that into the expense. I guess while you're getting a third row, go ahead and get you a new driver's seat as well. Man, this is in pretty good shape. Yeah, Honda Odyssey. It was not abandoned, so it doesn't have the stickers. It's got a dent right there, so no big deal. This is nice. I'd consider this one myself if I was into minivans, which I'm really not. A little flaky right there, but all in all, this is good shape. This would be a good reseller. So I have to watch this one. This may actually be on my radar. It's got really clear headlights, which is unusual on these. They usually cloud up. So doesn't really look like somebody's taking care of it on the inside, but it looks like it's been at least washed and maintained on the outside. 213,000, yeah. 213,000 miles. Not bad on the Honda. So bid hard and heavy on that one, I guess. It is hot out today, but it's bringing a lot of people. A lot more people are starting to show up. So they are, I don't know, they're about a dozen in this lot. And we're just getting started. Where was I? Oh, I did the Honda. Right next to it is this Ford, what is this? Escape, yeah, Ford Escape. 2009 Ford Escape with 173,000 miles on it. 2009, yeah, keys, went in the gear, all that good stuff. So does not have the abandoned markings on it. It doesn't say abandoned on it. So yeah, good old fashioned arrest right there. It's banged up a little bit right there. And been paint matched right there, and right there, that's a dull paint match. So it got hit in the back a little bit, and they paint matched it, not very well, but yeah, interior's pretty good. Not bad on the inside. Yeah, well, it's a lot more quiet in here. We got that processing plant next door. It makes such a noise when it comes through the microphone sometimes. People complain about that, but that's what that is. That's what's making all that noise. Can you hear it? Yeah, that's what that staticky noise is. Not me. Oh, look, clothes. So Salvation Army, or if you're the right size, you got some clothes. It's not bad though. Oh look, oh, it doesn't open. It had a temporary license plate on the back of it. Somebody just got it, probably from here, AutoIndy.com. and didn't pay for it. See, Advance Auto Sales, wherever that's at. So did not pay for it, and probably got it impounded, but it may have been paid for. You don't know. For whatever reason, well, it had a temporary tag on it. They could have paid cash for it and then lost all their money. Lots of reasons, but I'm surprised the car lot didn't come back for this if it was, not paid for. Probably a buy here, pay here lot. Or it could have been financing, I guess. Lots of reasons. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Okay, now we come to an interesting one. This is a 2008 Jeep with 188,000. It says it has power but will not crank. That's kind of weird because come over here with me and let me explain you a little something about this. See, when you come to these lots, this is a police impound lot. And, well, this has a broken out back window. This is back to the car. This is pretty good. Oh, did the airbag go off? No. Oh. They tried to set it on fire. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe this wasn't a stolen vehicle. And maybe this was just baby mama drama. Okay. Arson. Yeah. I did not see that. Probably break the window and throw a road flare in there. So there's an electrical issue why this one will not start. Yeah. Tried to burn it to the ground. Yeah. That's an ex thing. Ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend. But I think this is salvageable if you get it for, I don't know, about 1,500 bucks. But that's a shame. Apparently they had better luck on this one. This is how you do it. It's all gone. Ooh, check out the Mustang. So, wrecked, replaced, aftermarket bumper because it hasn't been painted. Junkyard hood and fender. So, oh, and new lights. So, apparently, must have got hit at this angle, I would say. It's a 5-speed, 168. It's a 97. These cars are starting to come back in style. I mean, they were dogs because they're so ugly for such a long time. But 4.6 with a 5-speed, that's always a fun party time. Oh, does it go in a reverse? Not bad. 168,000 miles. I like this. I mean, I don't need it. I'm not going to bid on it, but ooh, somebody will. It's been run off the road. Got a chipped rim right there. Could be some suspension damage, but how hard could that be to fix? It's not obvious and not that hard. It's hard, but it's not that hard. So hard enough to rip the wing off the back though. Oh, there's that. This is not bad. I think people need to start collecting these cars because I think these ugly little things are going to come up in value. I would definitely buy one if I had the room, but just to save, because I think this is a good investment. It's going to come back around. You can fix it up a little bit at a time, but yeah, buy these cars because everybody hates them, or they did hate them. They're coming back. I am really getting off the $5,000 mark, right? But I like this one here too. I like the OSB's 1994, 255,000, has keys and runs. It goes into gear. This one's been crashed right there. Looks like a tree, a pole. Maybe they ran off the road a little bit. Man, that sucker's rusty. I have parts for this though. I have the bumper, have the front end. I have pretty much everything you need to put this back together. Oh, the buzzer's going off, so it has power. This ignition's been changed. I think these all came with black, and this one's chrome, and apparently it wasn't put in quite right because it shouldn't be buzzing without a key in it. You shake it and it stops, but it still has power. So that means it hasn't been sitting around that long. These seats, for some reason, on these OBSs, did I say OSB before? OBSs, old body styles, they last for a long time. They're usually in pretty good shape. And you get a discount with that of about 20 cents. So there's that. Rusty cab corners because, you know, Indiana. But can't do much about that, but not bad. Has a receiver on the back. Yeah, I might throw some numbers on this one. I like it. I can't stop looking at the junk. Just can't do it. I like extremes. I've had two, I think, but in the SUV, the Blazer style, Blazer Extremes, this isn't bad. It's just lightly hit, but it's gonna need a core support. That's bent up a little bit. Oh, yeah, it's bent just a little bit. Maybe a hammer will take care of that. That fan shroud's pushed into the AC compressor, so that's gonna make some noise. Hood, bumper, lower ground effect. Did I say grill, fender? Starting to add up. Now, how are the cab corners on this one? Rocker's a little rusty. Oh, it's missing this ground effect too. Gonna need that ground effect. Oh, and door hinges. Huh. But it's pretty cool though. I like it. And then it's an extended cab. It usually rusts underneath here though, so can't see that. So ground effect. Something wrong with the door. It's still pretty solid. It's more solid than these things are in Indiana normally. Extreme. I would like to put a turbo on one of these. V6 turbo like the old, was it Typhoon? That'd be pretty cool. And oh, it has nice rims on it too. So they swapped out the rims. Huh? Like $500 worth of rims on that by itself. Not bad. Might have to look at that. The Mini Cooper runs and drives. We're not gonna look at that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Mini Coopers. I sold one for a buddy. It was a little bit of a headache. What about the Trailblazer? Now, for you guys that watch, you know I like Trailblazers, but for some reason, a bunch of you do not like Trailblazers. I mean, why? I mean, this has, how many miles does it have? It has 262,000 miles. I mean, how do you think it got there? It ran all that time, and it still has more. Now, what happened here is just wrong. Oh, that's nasty. Why would you do that? Why would you think that's cool? It's not. Don't do that. Stop it. But it has white out gauges. What is this? This is an LTZ. What does that stand for? I don't know. Why would you even do that? Why do that? Nobody, well, I guess you can see it because I see it. Somebody's short because this seat's pushed all the way up. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see it if I was driving it. Huh. Besides this ugliness, which this comes off, no big deal. This is good shape. There's no reason you can't get 300,000 miles out of this. I bet it runs good. Again, come on. I don't know what that means. Eat my ass. Okay, well, there's that. So, yeah, nope, definitely gonna take a pass on this one. This one's too weird, but there's stuff in the back. Oh, yeah. Oh, ew. Ew. Oh, I'm glad there wasn't a head attached to that. Oh, okay, well, yeah, that gives us more insight to who was driving this. Yeah, so I'm just gonna close that and walk away, definitely. So, how cool is this? A Lexus with big tires and apparently a rough country lift on it. It runs and goes into gear. It's definitely got about an extra 3-4 inches on it. Why is the window down? Roll these windows up. You know it runs. Wonder if it's broke. It might be broke. Yeah, it's still in there. So maybe the window motor's broke. You think they would have rolled this up while they had it running. But rough country lift. Motorsports. This is cool. I like this. Lexus GX 470. I can't get into the back to see if anybody was living in there. So let's look in here. Oh, third row. Nice. So it's got third row. It's got a rough country lift. It's got big bogger tires on it. The seat's beat up and it's dusty, and there's been animals inside of this one as well. But I bet that window probably rolls up. 230,000 miles, 2007, keys, went into gear and runs, all that good stuff. I like this. Still not a $5,000 vehicle, but I'm gonna say someone's gonna give about $3 grand on this. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of cars that I'm just passing by because they're not really interesting, and they definitely don't fit into the $5,000 range. But I mean, just for instance, 95 Toyota, it runs, it goes into gear. 2008 Malibu or Impala, I don't know, runs, it goes into gear. BMW, how come BMWs never have any keys with them? There's a couple here, and I see a lot of them. They don't bring the keys in. Usually, if you get your car impounded, they send you a letter, or you go there, and if you don't want to pay for it, they will let you come back and get your stuff out of it and your license plate, and if you give them the keys to the car. So that's why a lot of these have keys in them, but not BMWs for some reason. So this one, what's this, a 2005? What's this? I don't know what this is, a Cobalt or something weird. It has keys, it goes, it went into gear. This one, a Taurus, it has keys, it runs, it goes into gear, 156,000 miles. I mean, these are all sub, what, $1,500? Less than 1,000, maybe 1,500, less than 1,000 on the Toyota, all that. So that's the stuff I'm skipping because, you know, we're supposed to be in the $5,000 range, but just to let you know, there are a bunch of good cars here for cheap as well. This is what I'm gonna call a good car, even though the paint is faded. This usually happens in California, Arizona. So this may be a sunshine state car, Florida, somewhere that gets a lot of sun. It usually doesn't happen like that here in Indiana, unless there's a defect. I haven't really noticed it. Notice how faded these lenses are as well. But this will all come back. You can repaint that and blend that, all that good stuff in, but it's burnt bad on the top. You see this tons in California. But yeah, this is 230,000 miles, 2008, has keys, goes into gear, all of that fun stuff. And the body is in good shape. The sides are fine. It's just the top portions that are exposed to the sun that are really, really bad. So it's a good looking car. Is this a Accord, I guess? Let's check that out real quick. Deck lid, also burnt, yep. It's an Accord V6, so it's probably peppy too. Look on the inside real quick. Yeah, nice. So, oh, it's so hot in here. It's black on black on, more black on white for some reason. Yeah, why is that? Why is that like that? Is this a lot of wear on the, look at the back seat, look at all the wear on the back seat. Uber maybe? Huh. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any Uber stickers on it. 230,000 miles is what's Uber, would probably be more, but maybe just more sun damage. Tint the windows. So, I'm gonna guess $2,500, $2,700 on this one. It's a nice car, and it's probably gonna run for quite a while longer. Okay, I found a Ford that I kind of like, so let's look at it real quick. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's not bad. These Ford Exploder, what do you call the Exploder truck? I don't know, does it have a special name on it? It's 228, 2007, goes into gear, all that fun stuff, but it has an abandoned sticker on it. Man, I hate that, abandoned sticker. Why is it abandoned? They left, why do these smell so bad? Look at the center console, so dirty. And more clothes in the back. Wow, people. But that's what you want. You want something that's, oh, been hit in the back. You think that's why they stopped driving it, just because it got hit? They didn't want to roll around in the ugly truck? A sport track, is that what it's called? I guess so. Exploder Sport Track, or just a sport track. It has aftermarket rims on it, so they cared about it at one time and then stopped caring about it at some other time. What, $1,000, I'd say. And we can't get to that $5,000 range. There's got to be one or two or three around here somewhere. Let's keep looking. There's another BMW. It was in an accident and it still has no keys in it. Why? I mean, it was crashed. Surely they came back to get their stuff, you would imagine, or, I mean, how'd the tow truck driver get it? I mean, they can drag them, but tow truck drivers usually get the keys. I don't understand. Are BMW keys worth a lot of money, you know, just by themselves, and they sell them, but no keys. This is a GMC. This is an Envoy. Envoys are still good, but we're gonna pass on this one. Don't want to look at that one. Well, we did not do good on this lot. Let's go over to the lot number 2 and see if they have anything better. I'm a little disappointed. Still looking for the $5,000 cars. I mean, what about this 2002 Volkswagen 193,000? It's a 5-speed car too. Nice. So this is not bad. I like Volkswagens, but I like the older ones. It's Passat, but it looks good. My daughter has a water-cooled Volkswagen that I've worked on quite a few times, but this is good. I'd almost consider buying this just to teach my daughter how to drive a stick shift and then sell it after the clutch is ripped out of it. But not bad. What, $1,500, $1,700, maybe $2,000? Might go to $2,000. Let's find out. Okay, made it over to lot number 2, and so far it's not looking so good. A lot of wrecked cars, but see that Charger over there? I think it went through like 1 or 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. They bid on it, they won it, they didn't come and pick it up. So that seems to happen often, but I'm gonna keep my eye on that one. That one, that's a pretty good looking car over there. Not much over here. This is about the best I can do. This is a 2011 Mazda with 190 keys and all that fun stuff. It's not bad, but it's been wrecked a little bit. Let's see, where's it at? Right, you know, there somewhere. I don't know if you can spot it, but there's a little bit of something, I don't know, right about. I'm sure that'll buff out. That's no big deal. Oh, and there's a little spot here, right there. Yeah, it's definitely maybe paint match it, something like that. A little sandpaper, and you know, doors and fender, and maybe the B pillar's bent. So yeah, there's that. But you can drive it. Still not a $5,000 car. I don't think we've seen a $5,000 car. Now this has the potential to be a $5,000 car. It's what year is this? It's a 2019 with 166,000 miles on it. Has keys, runs, goes into gear. So yeah, this was brought in on an accident, so hopefully the airbags are not blown on this one. Dent, not that bad. Airbags, oh, not blown. Side curtains, not blown. Okay, the foot airbags, not blown. So nice. This $3,500, you think it'll go? May go $4,000. It's really not damaged that bad. And back tire. Now this is just scuff marks, and most of that will buff out. So the mirror. So what do we have? We need a mirror. We need a fender. We need a front fascia, headlight, the running light at the bottom. That's about it. So what? $1,500 worth of parts, because with the paint, and yeah, it's a $5,000 car. So I think that's about as close as we're gonna get. And with that, it's gonna wrap it up for the outside portion of it. There's just nothing over here in the B lot, or the number 2 lot. There hardly ever is, but every now and then you'll find a nice surprise. So that's why you have to come and look at the B lot too. So yeah, let's go inside and see what these things are going for. Well, we also have motorcycles here too. So this little street off-road bike, whatever the term is, probably was ridden by somebody that doesn't have a license, or it was also an abandoned vehicle. That is odd that that's an abandoned vehicle. Huh. Where would you have left that one that somebody coming got? It's 24 plate on it. Wonder if this still kicks over. Maybe. Yep. Still kicks over. So the engine's fine. I'm not a big motorcycle guy. And this is not clearly marked as to what it is. What is that? I can't hardly read the lettering on it. The camera probably can pick it up better. But this some sort of cheap Chinese bike. It's been laid down. So must have ran at one time. Doesn't look too bad. How much? I don't even know how much something like this is worth. Is this probably not a lot of money? I bet it probably goes for $500 to $700, not even knowing what this thing is. So, okay, well, let's see what it goes for. All right, we are back inside. It is the next day. So, viewing for these vehicles in Indianapolis is on Wednesday. The actual auction is on Thursday starts at 9 a.m. If you wanna see these, go to the Arturo website. Sometimes that doesn't pull up very good on Google search. If you go to joyrideauto.com or just Joyride Auctions, it'll pull it up and show under Arturo. So I have a hard time, Artura, A-U-T-U-R-A. So we're about to get started here. So let's get into our first vehicle. And our first one is that van we looked at. We're supposed to be looking at cars for around $5,000 mark, and that van just sold, or it's just getting ready to sell for like $450. But if you were into these vans, this one, I think it had the 5.7 in it, but man, it was nasty on the inside, so nasty. And there it goes, $450. So if you were into fixing up a van, that is the way to go. Definitely way below our $5,000 range, but I just wanted to look at that one just to see what I might be able to get a van for. I do have a van. It's like in 1989. We bought it at the Gov Deals auction. You can see that I think I bought that online. I can't remember, but Gov Deals. Look at my Gov Deals website. I think it's under is it the cheapest one I ever bought? Something like that. And I bought a van. It was like $450. It's like a 1989, and it runs and it drives. So govdeals.com is a good place to buy government auction vehicles. So let's see what else we have. Maybe we can get closer to that $5,000 mark. And here is our Nissan Titan. I think it'll go for a fair amount. I mean, it's a 2007. It's a small truck. Everybody's wanting trucks that aren't gas hogs. It actually has a 5.6 liter V8 in it. I didn't realize it was that big of an engine. So this thing ought to haul pretty good. It had rust on it though. That is the real factor. If it wasn't all rusty like that, and it wasn't, under the abandoned vehicle mark, that's what that little tag right there on the wheel is, at abandoned vehicle. But I mean, it had 206,000 miles on it. It's an 07. It has keys. It runs and it went into gear. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, they're 1,100, getting ready to go to 1,200 right now on the bidding. So yeah, it has 206 on it. I mean, they provide you with little videos right here that you can click on these videos, and you can see them run. They start it up, and you can hear it. You can hear it running there. So, yeah, so they provide you with a little bit of information. You just don't know how good the transmission or anything is on one of these vehicles. But this one's gonna slow bit apparently. It's at $1,400, which seems like a pretty good deal. And as always, don't forget this number right here, this small number. This is what you're actually paying. Ignore this big number altogether. $1,400, you're paying $1,700. So $367 in auction fees right there. So this is where you're bidding at. Don't worry about how much they're charging for auction fees, because this is your bid right here. You just pretend like that's your number you're bidding at. You see 1,400, it's like, no, I'm down here, $1,700. That's my bid. So if you don't want to go over $2,000, so far you're doing good. I think this is a $2,000 vehicle, no problems. So $1,700 that one sold for. So let's move on, see what else we have. And here is our Impala. It's wow, it's already jumped up to $1,000. That was quick. I told you these Impalas and these Malibus, they're good sellers. Probably something you don't want to buy if you're going to flip it at the auction, because so many people are going to bid on this. They are a very popular car. This one had 172,000 miles of 2010 keys. It goes into gear, all that good stuff. I mean, it's an okay car. I think it had some, yeah, it had a little body damage right there, a little rust, but it's a clean car. But this is a very popular car around town. Like every other car is a Malibu or an Impala. So they're cheap. They're pretty easy to work on, and everybody wants them. So if you can get one of these for a good deal, this is going for $1,300. So what, a couple, $200 or $300. It probably went for around $1,700-1,800 with the fees on it. It's an okay deal. I don't think that's a great deal, but somebody that's just gonna drive that car back and forth to work bought that car. So good deal for somebody just driving back and forth to work, hopefully. All right, next up we have our our 2014 Jeep Patriot. So this is our 2014 Jeep Patriot. This is our 2014 Jeep Patriot. Pretty good shape, and it already has a starting bid of $2,000. Now, the reason it has $2,000 already and we're just getting to it, you can pre-bid on these cars. So the bidding opens like 3 or 4 days. Sometimes it actually opens up right after this sale for the next week. So you get on there, you look at it, and you can put in a pre-bid, and you can put in your maximum bid. You don't even have to be here and sit through the bidding process. You can just put in your pre-bid, and it'll step it up $25 over the next bid. I think it's 25 or 50. I can't remember on this one. Let's see, 25, 50. Yes, $50. Next bid is $650. So yeah, $50. It'll step it up $50 over the next bid. So you don't even have to be here to win these. So $2,600 the Jeep Patriot went for. So halfway to the $5,000 mark, but not quite. I would say the Patriot was a good deal. I like that one. And immediately we jump right into the '09 Ford Escape that was right next to it that we looked at. The Ford Escape, 173,000 miles, 2009. Keys went in the gear. So it was pretty good. It had that little bit of overspray on the quarter panel here, like somebody fixed something. But I mean, the body wasn't damaged. It's just this spray right here and the spray right here, you know, made the paint dull. So that's no real big deal. That's the one that had the temporary tag on it. I'm gonna say this one probably runs and drives pretty well. Yep, went into gear, 173,000 miles, not bad. The interior was fair condition, probably because it just came off a car lot, but $1,500, $1,900, 1980, 1550, 1980. Don't forget this number. This is your bid. So $2,000 with auction fees. Are they going to let it go for that? $2,000 for a 2009 Escape. Is that a good deal? I don't know a lot about Ford Escapes, but seems like a good deal. I mean, there it goes. Yep, 1950 on that one. So not bad. I wouldn't complain about that if I just needed something to go back and forth to work in. Well, that fire sale Jeep, it went through like super quick, right? I wasn't able to get a reset on my computer here in order to see it. It went through that fast. It sold that fast, but it sold for $575. So that was the one that was, I don't know. I can't tell if it was stolen or not. I think it was just the back window was busted out and they probably tossed a road flare in there and burned up the inside, and now it doesn't start. But yeah, did they make a picture of the burnt part of this? Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell from these pictures. If you were buying from these pictures, it really doesn't look like it was set on fire. They didn't get the very back compartment, but there's some debris right here. But you can't tell from these pictures. So if you just bought this without going out and looking at it, you might be a little bit sad once you got there to pick up your car. But it only sold for $575, so it doesn't really matter. There's way more than $575 worth of parts on this vehicle, and maybe you can fix it. But fire sale. Next up is that 1997 Ford Mustang GT that everybody was looking at this car, and a couple people even asked me questions about it. Yeah, it should. A good deal on this would be like $1,500. An auction sale, about $1,500. I think retail, this car is worth maybe $2,500. So let's see if it goes for a good deal or if it goes higher than it should. But auction, $1,500 at the most. I mean, I would like to buy it for like $1,000. It has 168,000 miles on it, but it's a 4.6 liter and it has a 5-speed transmission. So that's what really makes it. See that little stick right there? 5-speed transmission. But it was run off the road, so we don't know what kind of damage was there. Currently, we got $1,100, but we're right at that almost $1,500 mark. We're 14. There we go. Now we got the $1,500 mark. Stop right there. Fine. It's a good deal. Don't go any higher than this. And we're going to get it at a good... There it is. $1,500. Shazam. So somebody got a good deal on their little Mustang. Nice. All right, now it is time for our 1994 Chevy C1500. Is it C1500 or just 1500 on these? I think it's just 1500. So what was the deal on this? Oh, 255,000 miles, keys, goes into gear, all that good fun stuff. No catalytic converters on it. And a great big dent, but like I said, I have all these parts, but $712, and they're still bouncing off of it a little bit there. So trucks are popular. I don't think we're gonna buy this one. I would only want to spend like $500 on it, maybe $650, but that would be with like auction fees. It's already $700, so I can wait till the next one. There's always more. It's kind of rusty. We'd have to replace the entire doghouse from one of our other parts trucks in order to fix this, and yeah, don't want to. So what was that, like $800? Anyway, next up is our 2003 S10 Extreme. I like this one a lot. But bright yellow and being an Extreme, probably going to go more than, yep, it's already on its way. $800, $900, $971, $1,000. Okay, well, they're going to bid on it for us a minute here. Yeah, the rims are nice. Probably $500 worth of rims, is that what I said? They're just hammering away on it. It's in good shape besides, you know, the fact that it's been crashed and has a giant dent in it, and we don't know if the frame's messed up or not. $975. What was that, like $1,200 with auction fees? I didn't see that again. But yeah, that's a fair deal. Not bad. Now we have our 2002 Volkswagen Passat, $450 starting bid at. This was a stick shift, right? Yep, another stick shift. So we got two manuals in the auction this time. Like I said, I would almost buy this just to teach my daughter how to drive a stick shift. I tried it once and she did okay, but that was a while ago. And I sold that car. So $600 on this ran right. 193,000 miles, 2002, 5-speed, goes into gear. And it's, oh, is that a 1.8 liter turbo too? It's a turbo car. I didn't even see that before. And it's going for $800, almost $900 right now. I would say that was a mighty fair deal so far, if it doesn't go too high. But yeah, nowadays, not an easy car to sell. I mean, I would buy it for myself, but who are you going to sell it to? Nobody knows how to drive a stick shift. All right, we are at our Trailblazer. That was absolutely hideous on the inside. I mean, who does this? Man, that's nasty. But that should keep the bids down. You can paint that back, no problems. $500. These usually get about $1,500 with auction fees. So we should see this number go about $1,500 if, you know, they're not scared away by this ugliness on the inside. It may go a little bit lower. But it's 262,000 miles, 2003, goes into gear. So right now it's at $700. So wow, that I probably should have bid on that. I was not paying enough attention. I thought it would go higher. So yeah, good deal on the Trailblazer. Besides the hideousness on the inside, that really tanked the price on that one. Next up is that Lexus, that lifted Lexus. I really like this one, and apparently a lot of people like this one. It's at $2,150 already, but it says it has 230,000 miles on it, which isn't hideous for a Lexus. Keys and runs went into gear. So only a couple of people are bidding on it live right now. Well, there goes a couple more, but look at the stance on that. Isn't that cool? I like that. I mean, it might not be for everybody, but I would definitely drive something like that. And it has the V8 in it, so it should be able to turn over those big tires without any problem. It looks decent on the inside. Besides the window was rode down a little bit and it got all dusty on the inside. Clean that up easy. This would be a nice looking rig once these tires are cleaned up. $2,400. Is it going? Is it going? It's stuck. I got a computer glitch. There it goes. So $2,400. That was probably like, I don't know, $2,700 with auction fees on that one. I like that one. I think I'm not going to call that a good deal, but somebody bought it for what they wanted it for, and yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for me. Now we have our 1995 Toyota Camry. It was kind of dinged up. It runs and drives, went into gear, all that good stuff. Only a $400 bid right here. $568 with auction fees. Almost $600 with auction fees now, but just to drive back and forth to work for $600 for a Toyota, that's good. See if anybody else bids on it, or if they just leave it alone and let somebody else get a smoking deal on a Toyota so they can go back and forth to work and make some money so they can buy a better car later. So $597.50, and there it goes. Huh, not bad. Congratulations to somebody out there going to work. Next up, we have our 2008 Chevy Impala, and wow, there was another one of those computer glitches that sold
next on the block
super quick for $550. We didn't even get to see that one go through. Now we have the one that I like. It's the 2008 Honda Accord. That's the one that had all the fading on the roof. 230,000 miles, keys, goes in gear, all that fun stuff. See how the clear coat is just faded off of this car. No big deal. Sand that down, spray it, and keep going. Make you some money off of this. Let's see if anybody else has the same idea. Had the V6 engine in it, and it was decent on the inside. It just needs some cleaning up and some attention to the paint. Oh, the back seat. I forgot about the back seat. You can get a back seat out of a salvage yard. I don't understand the back seat. It is garbage. I mean, this must have come from a high sun state because the interior back seats are messed up and the paint's all faded off of this thing. But for $1,500, yeah,
you can put about another, I don't know, 500 bucks into it. So you're about $2,000 into it if it didn't go too much higher than this $1,500 mark here. I would say this is a $3,500, $4,000 car.
Sold.
So yeah, there you go. Like just over 1,500 bucks on that one. Yeah, that was a good deal. I would have bought it if I had time to do anything on that, but nice deal. Now we have our Exploder, 2007 Ford Exploder, and 1,500 bucks on that one. That had the decent rims on it, but it had rust, right? Yeah. Oh, it was slightly sideswiped. Maybe that was a deal. Did it have rust on it somewhere? Was that this one? Nope. I guess this one was just sideswiped. It looks like it has a little bit of rust right there. But this one ran 228,000 miles on it. So it's a little high on the mileage, but 1,500 bucks, 1980 with the fees on it. I would say, what's the interior? The interior was okay shape. Yeah, the interior is fine. Needs some cleaning up. $2,000. Is that worth it for somebody? I don't know my Fords, so you'll have to let me know if that's worth the money and if you can make anything off of it. It's just this side swipe. It looks like a lot of this will actually buff out, but that looks like a dent right there. So $2,000. Is it going? It's stuck again. Stuck. Hate it when it does that. So there it goes. Sold. And yeah. Not bad, I would say. I don't know. Just okay, maybe. Okay, next we have our little generic motorcycle. It even says 2022 Other. Don't even know what this thing is, but it had a 24 license plate on it. So I'm guessing it ran, maybe. Well, I don't know anything about this. I don't want to spend $800 on a motorcycle I know nothing about, and I don't know if I can even get any parts for it. So, does anybody know anything about this? What is this thing? But it's sold, so for like $600, $800 with auction fees. So, I don't know. Was that a good deal or not? I know nothing about that motorcycle. Now, next up, we have our 2019 Malibu. Probably one of the better cars if you're trying to make some money, as long as it doesn't go too high. 166,000 miles on a 19, and it had just some damage here right on the front end, and the airbags weren't deployed or anything. And obviously, yeah, people think this is a good vehicle to make some money on because they're bidding. But yeah, don't overdo it there, people. The rest of the car was in pretty good shape. Just had a flat tire. It just needs the fender, the front fascia, the yeah, headlight there. I don't think the hood wasn't damaged, and the airbags, yeah, none of the airbags went off on this car. So, man, that'll be an easy fix for somebody. Just got to get the paint. $3,000, $3,300, $4,000 in auction fees. So if they stop right now, well, $4,100 now. If they stop now, and they're not stopping now, they can still make some money. What do you think? $6,500, $7,000 car with a $4,000 investment plus, don't forget, a couple grand or whatever, depending on if you have the materials to fix this already. You're $4,300 right now on the fees. Don't forget about the fees, people. But yeah, this is in pretty good shape. It would just hit a little bit in the front end. I wonder why they didn't come and get this. I mean, this seems like an easy fix. So there she goes. 40 something, what I say, $4,300 on that one. There's definitely enough meat on the bone to make some money or have a really good car to drive around on for less than $5,000. So that's the closest I think we're going to get to the $5,000 mark on this video, but not a bad deal. Now we have our 2011 Mazda 3. Now this car, it runs and drives, has keys, all of that fun stuff, and it had dents. So can we see it in these pictures? Remember, it had this little ding, little scuff mark right there and on the door. So there was that. But it's $875, $1,100, $900, $925, $1,172 with auction fees. $1,200 auction fees. Is it worth that much money? As long as this B pillar, where is it at? As long as this B pillar isn't messed up. I mean, this door was closed, but it's open now. But $1,300. As long as this B pillar is not messed up, you can just come and swap out these two doors, and you'd be good to roll down the street with a 190,000 mile car. That's a 2011 for $1,200. So there you go. You got somebody got them a little Mazda. Worst case scenario, they don't fix it at all. They're driving down the street with a $1,200 car and can come and go and do whatever they please for super cheap. So nice deal. So that was our last car. So what do you think the best car was? I think the best car was the 2019 Impala, or was it a Malibu? The blue one. $4,300, I think $4,300 that one sold for with the auction fees. Where else can you get a 2019 vehicle for $4,300 that you can, fix a little headlight and drive it down the road? I mean, that's the worst thing that was about that car was it was bumped a little bit on the front end. No big deal. If you had to, you could just replace the headlight and rig up the other stuff, throw a couple little bolts in there, make sure everything's in place, and just drive it just like it is. A 2019, $4,300, and you can just drive it. It's ready to go right now. So I think that is the best deal, the best one for under $5,000. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rat Garage. Until next time.